Three things are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Americans loving their pickup trucks. Pickup trucks have stayed as the top-selling vehicles in America for over 40 years, and with the emergence of EVs, manufacturers are racing to tap into the market. One of those manufacturers, of course, is Tesla, and the Elon Musk-owned EV giant, to the shock of many, have finally launched the Cybertruck. But is Tesla really out of their minds producing such a thing, or have they potentially produced the best pickup truck on the market right now? Before we get started with the rest of the video, if you could just please click that like button and click that subscribe button and join the 21 other legends who have joined the Full Throttle crew, it would be greatly appreciated. So thank you for all your support, and let's get into the video. On November 21st of 2019, Elon Musk and Tesla debuted their long-awaited EV pickup truck. It was supposed to revolutionize the industry and shake up a world that was dominated by trucks like the F-150, and well, it definitely shook up some opinions. The design was something quite literally out of this world. Some hate it, some love it. Now, do I personally think it looks like Drake's son drew up the design for it? Yes, I do. And I'm probably not the only one, because consumers couldn't believe if the truck was actually real or just some joke that Tesla was pulling on them. But the public wouldn't have to worry, at least not for the next 4 years, as the Cybertruck would go under the radar with no news on the release date or if it was even going into production. You could order the Cybertruck on the Tesla website, but there was no guarantee when it was going to be delivered, and there were sightings of test production Cybertrucks all over California and Texas near the Tesla Gigafactories. But again, was this just a publicity stunt being pulled by Elon? Well, exactly 4 years later, on November 21st of 2023, Tesla actually released it. And with this reveal came the specs, and well, this truck is insane. Yes, you are not losing your mind, you saw that correctly. That is a Cybertruck beating a Porsche GT3 while towing a Porsche GT3 in a quarter mile. That's insane. And this is a truck that was publicly crucified for its design, the truck that was stuck and maybe still is stuck in production purgatory, the truck that nobody thought was actually going to make it. It's an absolute performance beast. It's an absolute performance monster, and it absolutely demolishes everything that we thought a pickup truck could do, especially when we look at its competitors. Now, the Cybertruck lives in the high-end EV pickup truck market for sure, competing with trucks like the F-150 Lightning along with the Rivian R1T and maybe even the Hummer. But the Hummers, I'm not going to count that because it's barely getting out of production. But the question is, does the Cybertruck actually beat these competitors out? Well, let's look at a few key areas and we can get a better determination of that. First, let's look at the construction. The Cybertruck is crafted with a stainless steel exoskeleton. Its futuristic appearance challenges all of our preconceived notions of what a truck should actually look like. Its unconventional aesthetic isn't just about turning heads, it symbolizes a departure from the ordinary, embracing a design that is as resilient as it is visually striking. Both the Rivian R1T and the F-150 Lightning boast full aluminum panels, which are lighter than the Cybertruck steel panels. However, the Cybertruck is bulletproof, and thanks to Joe Rogan, we also know that it's aeroproof. So the Cybertruck gets a win in this column. Next, and arguably the most important aspect of an EV, is its range. At full charge, the F-150 Lightning can hit 320 miles of range, and right above that, the Cybertruck boasts 340 miles of range. Finally, the Rivian R1T demolishes both of these trucks with an outstanding 410 miles of range. It is worth noting that despite the range deficit, Tesla's supercharging network gives the Cybertruck a huge leg up on its competition. However, compatibility is starting to be allowed with other EVs, including Rivian, but even with the supercharger, Rivian still gets the win here. Next, let's look at the performance. The F-150 Platinum trim will run 0 to 60 at 4 seconds flat. That's impressive for a truck, sure, but when you compare it to the Rivian R1T's 3.5 seconds, it's definitely on the slower side. However, the Cybertruck will run 0 to 60 in a ridiculous, and I'm not kidding when I say this, 2.6 seconds. Yes, 2.6 seconds. That's nearly a second faster than the Rivian R1T. And just to put into perspective how ridiculous this really is, that's the same speed as an Aventador SV, 911 Turbo S, and the freaking McLaren P1. Yes, the Cybertruck is an EV, so instant acceleration is going to be its selling point, but still, the fact that a truck weighing nearly 6,500 pounds, actually over 6,500 pounds, well over 3,000 pounds more than some of the other cars that's listed, the fact that it can be that quick is insane. So the Cybertruck is the clear winner in this category. Finally, let's look at the price. The F-150 Lightning starts at just under $50,000 and can get upwards of $95,000 on the higher trim models. The Rivian R1T starts at $73,000 and ranges up to $87,000, and the Cybertruck ranges from $61,000 up to almost $100K for the highest trim options. Now, price is always going to be subjective. These three trucks are definitely on the pricier side, but again, that's the market they're pushing for. When we considered everything around the Cybertruck, including its Tesla technology, self-driving, the supercharger network, the wide range of dealers and aftermarket support, the asking price really isn't too insanely compared to its competitors. So if the Cybertruck wins on build quality, well, maybe not build quality because of panel gaps, but if the Cybertruck wins on pure construction materials, almost wins on range, definitely wins in performance and arguably wins in price. Is it the best pickup truck available right now? Probably not, at least for 99% of the population. It is a radical truck, it's a radical design, and it's definitely not marketed for the majority of the population, but you can't deny that its offering is something that's really head turning. And do I think the Cybertruck is going to be the car that revolutionizes the EV world and revolutionizes pickup trucks? No, but I think it is going to start to inspire other companies to look at their offerings, and it's really going to start revolutionizing what we think a pickup truck can do. But at the end of the day, it's going to have a pretty insane road presence, and well, you might see me driving one in the future, but we'll see.